Hi, friends. Okay, how are you? Here, I'm going to tell about self discipline. We can find number of articles about self discipline. But the problem here is why do we need to be self disciplined? What is the point in being self disciplined? Self discipline, everybody knows being self disciplined is good, and it's also a great way to achieve our dreams and being wonderful about ourselves, in the sense we get the satisfaction, meaning to our life, and we can live fulfilled life. Although we know this thing, but why don't we do it? Because of lack of excitement feeling about what we are doing. So excitement means we are already prepared for that. Preparation is not happening inside our mind. Because of that, we are not feeling, you know no, we are not feeling excited about the activity which you wanna do the very next moment, or day after tomorrow, or the next in the next future event. So here we must give importance to what is that which is important. So we are making a lot of timetables, we are giving a lot of things in the hope of getting it done, but we're not preparing our minds to act with that feeling of excitement when that activity comes on our way. Any activity is to be done in two times. First in our mind, in our mind's eye, in our mind, and then in our physical world. Suppose after wake up, we are doing brushing. We are not visualizing how to do brushing, but still we are doing it on the daily basis. Most of the people saying that it is a habit. It's not a habit, it is subconscious mind which is performing the habit. So in that sense, habit is that form. Habit, when you say habit, it is also a subconscious activity, because it is the repeatedly we have done it, so we are doing it. So we get that feeling after wake up, we get the feeling of doing the pressing, so we are doing it. And while doing it, we are not thinking about how to do it, and we are doing it and thinking about something else. So in that sense also, here thinking also is not there while you are doing act, because that activity, although we need to do it, but we are not excited to do it because we don't visualize that task before the task is happening in the real time. So like that, when you are doing something, that feeling of excitement and being present in that activity and giving our heart to that activity, to connect the heart to our hand. Here heart means it is our mind. It's nothing but heart. There is nothing like heart. It is our mind only. But that mind, how much part of our mind is actually involved in that activity? That sense, when we are mindfully doing the activity, that means our heart is involved in that. So for that, the preparation of mind is required. So for that, we need to see that. We need to see means there is no picture there to see. We see a lot of movies because of the director have seen it, the picture, before actually putting it into that in that on that screen, on that in that camera. So as director's visualization, after direct visualization, now that picture is happening through actors and other technicians and man and material. So before that, the director's vision, the script, the screenplay is very much essential. So in the same way, we need to write our script and screenplay, and direction and visualization is need to be happening in our mind before that picture come into reality. So that after, if that happens in our minds, then the self discipline is the very 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 easy thing for us. Although it might be difficult for others to see that part of the things we are doing, but we are happily, we are enjoyably, in the sense we are joyfully, we are doing the activities for that matter, because we are so happy in doing those things, because we are already done it in our mind. So doing it in our mind before doing it in our world means we have to see that picture before actually seeing it in the world to happen. So after that visualization excitement, there might be some impulses arises, because it's not that much easy if you are so much habituated to do something. So to overcome this subconscious mind means the past habits, the past beliefs, the past thoughts. Because of that memory, the past memories, there are something which emerges in our mind. We have created a lot of future because of our visualization. We have created how the future is supposed to be, and we are visualizing, we are seeing that future very clearly. Excitement is there. But one thing is for sure, it's not one time activity. The picture is to be seen n number of times. Means the visualization need to be happen at every, you know, at every day, and before, whenever we feel the excitement is not there. So before that, we just see the picture and then do that activity. So at every, before starting of any new activity which you don't feel excited, that time we need to do this visualization, or means see the picture and see that activity is happening in our mind first, and then the activity is supposed to be done next. So after that, we come into the world feeling excited, and then we do that task. Okay, that is the one way. And the another thing is making ourselves accountable. We need to feel the pressure of delivering the things in time, because it's not like continuous activity. It's everything is to be done in the time frame. So as per Parkinson's law, any activity takes our time, and that means it's called the activity expansion. So that activity must be given timeline, otherwise it will take our whole lot of time. So it will expand it throughout our time. If that activity is taken only 20 minutes, why should we give 1 hour for that activity? We think we don't have believe in ourselves. That is the reason for not giving the timelines. So first and foremost thing is we need to believe in our abilities to perform that activity within the time frame. So we need to put deadlines by believing in ourselves that I can do it within that time frame, and then start the activity and complete that activity in the time, so that you feel proud of yourself, and that gives the boost for the another challenge to take up, another deadline to take up, so another deadline to set off for the next activity. So what is this accountability is all about is, being accountable means we set deadlines to complete the tasks so and so time, and we are accountable to, first and foremost thing is to accountable to ourselves. For most of us it's not possible, so make accountable somebody who is near and dear to you, and who is, so that if that activity is not done well within time, you need to reward them, because without that they will not uh, feel encouraged to do that accountability job for you, and at the same time you also not feel pressurized. This is not positive, it is not negative pressure, it's positive pressure which you created on yourself by 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 promising to them, that I am going to do it, so that you, if you don't deliver the task, you need to lose something, you need to pay something, you need to reward them by your, okay, by with your uh, whatever you have. Okay, yeah, either you need to pay them the time with them, you need to pay the time with them, or you need to do the task for them which is not actually no, which is not, which is a burdensome for you, which is not good for you. So that the task actually which is not good for you, if you, for example, if you say, okay, if I eat uh, junk junk food, or if I don't sleep well within time frame, within before 10 o'clock, i I don't eat for the next day. I don't eat for the next day, or I need to run 10 kilometers or 20, 30, 40, whatever your stamina might be. And little bit it must be difficult. So that like this, it should be, the promise should be like this. So if you have put up some guidelines, some regulations like this, by making yourself accountable, self-discipline is becoming such a positive thing, and you have to enforce this stricter rules and regulations if possible with yourself, otherwise you do it with others. In the sense, you have to make yourself accountable by being by creating that positive pressure by, by pledging, by promising them that I am going to do it so and so time, and if I am not following the schedule which I have set, or if I don't deliver the goals which I have set, then I will pay whatever the amount, whatever whatever I need to do, I will do, because otherwise I need to do more and more later in that part of my time, and it is not that much easy for me. So if I see that the same way during exams also, if we don't prepare well within time. For example, if there is 6 months of time, if we don't prepare if I don't prepare and practice and put enough efforts towards the practice and preparation part before within 5 months. So in that this 5 months of whatever the leftover tasks is to be completed within that 1 month, which is really hard, and most of the time we don't do it with the perfection, because we don't do it to our satisfaction. So for that matter, and that leads to bad results and bad consequences. So we need to continue our efforts in the next attempt as well, and we have been giving the same trials, and there is no results are happening because of this attitude. So this attitude is a habit is I think, but we are not seeing, we are not putting the positive pressure on ourselves. That is the only reason for not being disciplined. So first, feel excited about the task by visualizing the task beforehand, and next, create the accountability, and next, as you all know this thing, doing the activity smart way. Smart is 80-20 rule. You don't need to do 80% of tasks to get 20% of results. So we have a lot of things to read, to do, or to be. So we can't do, and it's not feasible for us to do all the things. And if we do it, as if we try to do it, we, we miss the quality. Means we can't remember what we read, or we can't reproduce in the exams, or we can't do it in a well mannered way, and the means in the right way, that we don't can't put our 100% in that activity. So to feel that, actually, if we actually observe the things, those 20% tasks actually give us 80% of results. So but we need to filter out what is that 20%. It takes time and effort. It will not come that much easy, but it is so good for us. Before getting into any activity, we must ensure that activity is worthy of doing it or not. Is it adding real value to my life or not? So in the spur of the moment, most of us are doing urgent activities rather than important activities, which adds no value, or which adds very little value to our life, because we are so much of reactive people, not proactive people. So for that matter as well, that activity uh, we need to ensure before switching on to any activity. That's where we have to plan, and have to evaluate the things. Is it really uh, worthy of doing it or not? For which we need our, jot down our activities, all activities, and have to filter those activities, and we have to cut out those activities up to 20 activities, and we need to forget all the other activities, and we need to keep doing these important activities for a period of time, and put those activities should be given most of our time and energy, and we need to take help for those less important activities from others. Those activities can be delegated or can be delayed, but before that we must do with our heart. The Those important activities needs to be uh, given our quality time, our full energy, our full focus. So we must take out all those less important or least important things, or must be delay those activities, like the routine activities, uh, such as going for uh, sorry preparing lunch and dinner, and other daily routine activities which actually don't add any value, but can be delegate it to others. We can uh, go and eat outside, and we can order those food instead of preparing it. Or we can uh, cleaning job, for example, that cleaning job can be postponed. Okay. And we can avoid our food as well. If one meal we take also, that's good for us in that sense. Most of us who are eating for the in the form of habitual eating, because of to do, but they don't have any other important things for them to do, so they are so excited to eat and so are habituated to eat, so they are eating without feeling hunger. So because hunger is there, hunger is very good for us to to increase our mental activity. In that sense, our minds are working wonder when we are with empty stomach. So it's better to live with empty stomach rather than eating all the time. So instead of, if you feel really hungry, not drink water, chew water. Chew water. Have some water and chew it, and have some hot water and add some little bit flavor or some you can add nowadays tulsi drops and all these things, and I can chew it and chew it and have that type of hot water to your stomach, where your stomach will be cleansed and you don't need to use any weight loss and all these things. Your body will be completely purified with the fasting, and also your brain is fully active, and your neurons are also getting getting synopsis happening, and means the neurons, the brain cells also getting the boost of energy because of the fasting. So do it, and have the full focus in the activity, and don't take you know food and all these things while you are studying. Well, give 100% to the activity, and give your full energy to the activity, means focus. So what I'm saying here, must understand here, when you filter out 20% activities and give your full focus on that activity and complete it with utmost dedication, that sense perfection, give your best, and that's what I'm saying. Filter out 20 and give your best. Okay. So I've explained you what I need to do, what you need to do. Feel excited about the task, being visualization, seeing the picture of what you are gonna do, and then and this Parkinson's law, put deadlines, and 80-20 rule, 20-80 rule, sorry, and take the 20% of the tasks, filter out 20% tasks and give your best. So my dear friends, in that process, being accountable to yourself or to others, and these are all things are there. So I hope you understand, being self-disciplined is the only way to become successful or satisfy our meaning, to lead a life of fulfillment and meaning. And all have dreams, but don't compromise on dreams. Dreams are the actual things to be. Dreams are nothing but the, yeah, how many times you are visualizing the activities which are going to come. So be involved in that activities, in that sense. Devotion. Thank you so much. Thank you.